and welcome to our podcast. SCAN is here to help. And today we have an exciting program, a brand new program that SCAN is implementing. Let me first start by saying I'm Luis Flores, and I'm a program director here at SCAN. And with me, we have two young ladies that are very experienced. And would you mind introducing yourselves?
Hi, so my name is Adriana Malagon. I am with the SMART program and I am a care facilitator.
Hi, my name is Anaissa Romo, and I am also with the SMART program, and I'm also a care facilitator.
And we're going to talk a little bit about what care is. And I just wanted to ask you guys if you say a little bit about your background.
Okay. So I am a licensed counselor from the state of Texas, and I provide services for caregivers. We provide interactive trainings, and we're able to support caregivers and anybody that interacts with a child.
Okay.
Yes, I am also licensed. I'm an LCDC, and I also provide services to families here in Texas through the care trainings.
Excellent. And we are going to talk about the SMART program today. And I guess we're going to get started by getting a little bit of a brief description of the program. Anybody can just say.
Yes, so SMART, what it stands for is Supporting Mental Health and Resiliency in Texas. This program provides assistance for families who interact with children from 0 to under 14.
Mm-hmm.
Within that program, we offer 3 different services, and that is Triple P, Care, and the CMBM, which is the Center for Mind and Body Medicine.
Okay. Excellent. Would you like to add anything? Or?
It's just all of the services are very interactive. We have been seeing a really good positive outcome from the community. We try to do them very engaging, and we're here to serve the community as best as we can.
So the main idea is to help caregivers promote mental health in your children. And so if you're a parent, or any type of caregiver, you may be a grandparent or a foster parent, an adoptive parent, or anybody who's taking care of kids. This is something that may be really beneficial to you. So can you promote better mental health for your children? And in this case, we're talking about targeting kids from 0 to 14. And I guess I want to get started. I know that you have 3 awesome curriculum. And so then the things that they mentioned, the care program, the PCIT, is that also included?
It is, you're right. So,
Wow.
for example, for the care program is called Child-Adult Relationship Enhancement. So that curriculum came from different evidence-based. So it comes from a several curriculum from 0 to 5, and it comes from PCIT, which tells them how to interact.
Yeah.
So it comes from PCIT as well.
I know we're talking a lot about acronyms and things like that, but we're going to get a little bit more into the specifics of each program. So I think that they have a parenting curriculum called, what is that? The
Triple
one?
P?
Yeah.
Parenting?
Triple P, the Triple P parenting. So that will be a parenting curriculum for you to learn parenting skills. And then we have the care program or the care training for parents and any type of caregiver. And that one focuses on building a relationship with your children, which in a way indirects also parenting. And then we have an awesome program related to mindfulness. So we're going to discuss that a little bit more. I guess we can start it by maybe describing a little bit of what care is, what are the acronyms and how does that work?
Yeah, I know. Like he was mentioning, I think we throw in a lot of acronyms. So PCAT comes from parenting.
Child interaction.
Yes, that's a really good type of therapy. So it's very different. It's very based on play. So interactive, getting with the child, actually getting to know their cues, their physical cues, their verbal cues, and everything is done through play. Because what children love to do is playing. So that through playing, they're able to learn a lot of skills, sharing, taking turns. So with that type of therapy comes the care training. So we have 2 sections. The first one is how are you going to enhance that relationship with your child? How are you going to be able to see those visual cues? And then once the child feels very comfortable with you and you're able to foster that relationship, then we move into behavior issues, minor behavior issues. So it also helps out parents how we give instructions, how we react to the behavior of the child. Are we going to move into consequences? Do we give them a praise? So it has all of the components from the PCAT therapy, and we can do it with anybody. We can do it with a caregiver. We've done it with educators, foster parents, anybody that interacts it. We actually did it with CPS caseworkers.
Yes.
So it's very interactive. It's not your typical training where you're sitting down. Again, we always remind our participants it's for children, so we actually get to play.
So you do this training in a group of
Yes.
people.
It's a group
Okay.
setting,
And you
yes.
have trained caregivers? You have trained teachers?
Yes.
Yes.
And then you
Teachers?
mentioned what else?
CPS caseworkers.
CPS case workers. Yeah, what I really like about care is that it's focused mainly on how you build a relationship with your child, that through, I guess, role playing, how to listen to your child, how to interact with them in a healthy way, that will be the basis for discipline. And I really think it's pretty exciting. So it uses play as a medium to really communicate with your child.
Yes.
And I think that's what I think is pretty cool.
Yes.
So a lot of parents need to learn how to play with their children in a different way, right?
Yes.
Because and just in a quick note, when I used to do play therapy with parents, and when I used to do PCIT, a lot of parents, and not because, how can I say, they haven't learned really how to play with their children. So sometimes they want to control the play. And in this case, what is the result? What do they do?
I think one of the things that we're able to see is one of the components is that the caregiver, we are trained to control the situation,
To lead.
to lead the situation. So what we've seen is that in this case, we're teaching them or guiding them for letting the child lead.
Yeah.
So I think that's a powerful component where we go with the flow of the child. So just like you were saying, there are a lot of caregivers that then themselves, maybe they didn't have that opportunity to play. So sometimes they also want to learn how to play with them or interact. So it's very fun because not only the child's learning how to play, but the caregiver is also learning how to play.
And that's an amazing thing that play is in a way the language of the child, and then it allows you to connect. So it seems like you're playing, but you're playing with an intent, and that is to build a relationship that also provide praise for your child. The child recognizes the behaviors that you like, and then we also teach you not to pay attention to the behaviors that you don't like. So in a way, you begin to shape the behavior of your child in a positive way, where your child feels really good about himself or herself. And then, so connecting it now to what Daniela was saying is that one of the things that we talk about now that the new year has begun is New Year resolutions, right? So how can we explain to children what resolutions are?
Well, we can tell them that we are making special promises to ourselves to help us improve in this new year that's coming. So we can, word it like that, like special promises that we make to ourselves in helping be better in our health, better in our jobs, or better as children or parents.
Yeah, and how can the children participate in these adult resolutions?
Well, we can make a family meeting. I know at the beginning we used to attend and tell them, okay, the new year is coming up. Like, oh, we're going to gather our things. We're going to start making plans. And in there, we can start bringing in the topic about what resolutions are. And like Anaissa was saying, like promises that we can make to ourselves. And then from there, the family members can start explaining what are their goals, what do they want to accomplish. And then the children can also chime in and say something. And it can be something as simple as, I don't know, cooking a new dessert or making cupcakes or anything that it is. That way we can also have the input of the children and also know that they can also be part of that.
I see. So the kids learn that it's a time of the year that we decide to improve ourselves, and the children have a part in it also.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So the adult can say, I want to spend more time with my child. And then I guess what will be the part of the children, or in which way can children participate in the resolutions?
So they can add in their own things that they want to work
Oh, I
on.
see. Okay.
That being maybe they want to read more, so reading a book per week, helping clean their room.
I see.
Those are some things that
So in the meeting that you were talking about, you were thinking also asking the kids what the
Yes,
resolutions
and
are.
I don't know, it can be something creative. As I know, it can be a chore, like for example, picking up the toys every single day. It can be, we can make it very interactive, like a sticker board, and every time they do it, the parent can go with the child and say, "Oh, I noticed that you were able to clean up your room," and then they give them a sticker, or things like that. Something that incentivizes for them to start
So you're
creating
going to
new
give kind
habits.
of a positive reinforcement.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
so the child will be encouraged to do that again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how can having resolutions can improve the relationship between the caregiver and their children?
Yeah, so having that mutual involvement, like she said, getting them involved in that process of, hey, mom has a resolution, but I do too. I'm also being involved in that.
I see.
And so it motivates the child to, want to communicate with the parent because they're both working on something. And then it shows them like, oh, I matter because I'm involved in the process. I want to do good, just like mom's also trying to work on something.
So they have a voice also. Yeah. And even 5 minutes can have such a positive impact on your children. So I highly recommend that anybody who's taking care of a child goes through the care training. I'm a care facilitator myself as well, and it's a really cool program. And 5 minutes a day can have a positive impact on your child's mental health and your relationship. And so we highly recommend it. Sometimes if you can do 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it's gonna have a lot more powerful impact. So that's an amazing, I guess we call them curriculum, the care program. Now, do you have another one that is specifically for parenting, right? Which anybody want to talk about Triple P?
Yes, so in Triple P, there are 3 different sessions, so there are 3 seminars. And in Triple P, what they're working towards a lot of like empowering the parent for them to have that, self-esteem and confidence to want, to be able to help better parent their children, and also helping them how to better interact with them, different approaches to their parenting, more positive approaches to their parenting. So the 3 seminars are called The Power of Positive Parenting, Raising Competent Children, and Raising Resilient Children.
Okay, so the first one, so let's just repeat it for our listeners,
Yes.
viewers, sorry.
So the first one is called The Power of Positive
Power of
Parenting,
positive parenting,
Raising Competent Children,
raising competent children,
and Raising Resilient Children.
raising resilient children. So these are really amazing topics, and I'm really curious.
And so they touch base, like, for example, the third one is about, how to go about discussing like difficult topics with your children and how to go about it, and normalizing feelings and emotions, and how to describe that to them. So that's like just some examples of what is talked about in those seminars.
Sounds really exciting. So then, let's say that I am a parent, a caregiver, any type of caregiver who's watching this podcast, and then it's someone care is really amazing, and I like the topics of Triple P. Can they just select one care or
Yes.
Triple P?
Yes, they're entitled to choosing which service they want to participate
Okay.
in.
So what if they want Triple P and care?
They can do
They
both
can
as
do
well.
that. So you have those great opportunities, and I think that Triple P, if I can understand it correctly, it increases your confidence as a parent, which in turn is going to allow you to, raise your kid in a healthier way.
Yes.
So I really like that. So care, Triple P, and then we have 2 more components, I guess.
Yes, one more. One more, and this is for children and adults, whether they can do it either just the parent is interested or the parent wants the child to be part of it. So this calls the Center of Mind and Body Medicine, which I know the just by the name sounds really intense, but everything that it is about mindfulness. being here and the now, being present, allowing the child to learn how to self-regulate. So with all the components from our program, interacting with the child, learning them for them how to be resilient, this allows them and give them skills for them to be able to cope. It can be something as simple as taking an exam. I know a lot of students go and to school and they have an exam, and sometimes they're not able to identify those emotions. So you talk about what is anxiety, what is stress, and even as little as 4 years old, we are able to teach the child how to self-regulate. We've seen some of the activities that they do, and it's either belly breathing or bubble breathing or rainbow breathing. So based on the age range, the skills can vary, but for them to feel comfortable and be able to say, I got this, I'm able to self-regulate.
And I know it's really exciting, the work with mindfulness, because I know that sometimes in schools, sometimes they began teaching kids mindfulness as a way to be open to your own feelings, and at the same time be connected to what is going on at the present moment. And I know that, Anaissa, you like mindfulness, because I know you a little bit, so it must be really exciting that to implement this one.
Yes, I'm glad that the program offers this service. And when we normally talk about SMART and we tell them about all the different services, a lot of the clients, everyone wants to sign up for the Center Mind and Body Medicine. Yes.
So, okay. Well, now in our days, there's a lot of talk about mindfulness, and I feel that sometimes we do a disservice because then becomes so trite. But it is one of the greatest things that I think I have experienced, in the sense that we're always dealing with worries about the future or things about the past that are really bothering us, and then so we have this clutter in our heads, because they have these wonderful minds that can also hurt us a little bit, that it allows you to really practice how to connect to what is happening in your life. And it seems really simple, but it takes a lot of effort to really practice it.
Yes.
So I don't know much about the curriculum, but I know about mindfulness because we've been practicing it here at SCAN, and now it's used a lot in several therapies. And I think it is a wonderful opportunity for people to learn mindfulness, and that you adapt it to different ages.
And it's interesting, like as she mentioned, that someone as young as 4 years old. So it's interesting to see how they adapted to the age.
Yeah.
And one important aspect of mindfulness is that you are also the participant in that. And so the individuals who provide that service, they did training, and they also, experienced what they're going to be providing to the individual, so they can also be experiencing what the clients are experiencing.
So have you implemented that component already?
Yes, they've
mindfulness?
already began providing service. Yes, we
Okay.
just began in January.
January. And then, so how does this look like? You have a group, or they come individually? Or?
So it can be either or. It all depends on the client and how they feel comfortable. So again, they adjust to the individual. So if they feel comfortable in a group setting, they will provide it in a group setting. If not, it can be done individually. So, just that way people are more open to it, and then they can, once they see it in person, then maybe they're going to be open to doing it in a group setting.
That's amazing. And then, I'm guessing, and because I know a little bit about the program now that I remember, so if I go to the care program, is there opportunity for me to continue engaged in the program?
Yes. And so within the program, we have 3 different services, but we also provide support groups.
Support groups.
So that's our way to continue staying connected with the client. So each month we try to do different support groups, and we like to tailor it based on the month. So each month has its own theme. Yes. So for example, this month we did a career and stress, and we tailored it to the new year right? Our coworker, so we all take turns. Our coworker Erica, she's the one who was in charge of this month, and she had really great ideas. She brought in guest speakers to, tell the clients about, workforce, about Goodwill and the services that they provide in terms of helping you find a job. We all donated clothing so that they could see what like an interview outfit looks like. We even have a photo booth, like backdrop to take headshots. So those are things that the program does to keep the clients engaged, because the purpose of our program is to support the parents. If we're able to support them, we're definitely helping in securing that resiliency and that mental health if we're able to, help the parents.
Yeah. And one of the things that I like about this program, not only that it has all these great components that all of you can be part of it. You can decide to take the mindfulness, the care, or the triple P, and then continue with support groups so you can continue strengthening those skills. I just think it is an amazing opportunity for different parents, and that they get to continue practicing and being connected to you. So it's not that they can come for the training and that's it. So you can continue working with them. So you are as a caregiver, in whatever position you are as a caregiver, being a parent, a grandparent, somebody who takes care of a kid, an educator, then this is going to be, you are really important in that child's development. And you can be the most important factor in contributing to that child's mental health. And then how are they going to develop later on? And these are like really, really important skills that all of us need to learn. And also so you can take care of yourself. And I think the mindfulness component is an incredible one. So parents themselves, they can learn about how to connect to what is happening in their lives instead of being worried about the future or thinking about what happened yesterday, because it is gone. So I really like it. I also know that there's you link them to scouting?
Yes.
Okay, so because that's another component.
Yes.
So that's 4.
So not only like as he was mentioning that we have the support groups for the caregivers for them to form what we say like our smart family, we also have a component for children that we were able to link them to the Boy Scouts. So again, our program is about resiliency, for them to thrive, for them to be able to be aware of their mental health. And with the Boy Scouts, we're able to link boys from 11 to 13. They're able to also, just like the caregivers, have a support group with them themselves, children that are in their same age room. And then we also do fun activities with them. So
yes, and if you haven't been to the Scouts camp, it is an amazing camp, and one of the program directors at SCAN is really connected to the Scouts, and then they can learn a lot of different skills that can also increase their confidence. Especially if you have, a preteen that is shy or, that needs to increase their confidence. I think that's also a great component. So you have all the services for you, and I really encourage you to be part of this program. It's an amazing program, and it is completely free.
Yes.
Okay. So then, how do they come? What do they do? Let's say that somebody is listening to us or watching us and they say, this is pretty cool. How do they go about and connecting with you guys?
Yeah, so we're located at 6826 Springfield in Suite 203. Our office number is 956-608-3851. If you are interested, you can stop by. We're 6 individuals in the program. We can conduct the intake right there if you come in as a drop-in. And then we can start providing you with the service. Or you can contact us. We can schedule an appointment to do that intake. It can be done in person or over the phone. And then depending on that intake and you let us know, I'm interested in triple P, then you can start off right away with triple P, or you can do care, or you can do Symbian. The good thing about our program, since we are two individuals per service, we really don't have a wait list, so we're able to get in the participants right away.
That's amazing.
We're also very flexible.
Yes.
We have been having a lot of good response from the community. We have been able to go to Rio Bravo as well to provide our services, to schools as well. So, I mean, the help is here. We're more than anything excited to help you out. Just come, contact us, and we can do the intake, and you can start right away in English and Spanish. We also provide flexible schedules. So,
Yes,
we're here.
That's also very important.
And I want to mention a little bit about our staff because we have super qualified staff, and these two young ladies have master's degrees in counseling psychology. They are, licensed therapists, and they have experience. I know they have experience with PCAT, and a lot of counseling experience as well. So these are seasoned staff members with a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience. So come and take advantage of these great programs. Again, you can sample one, or you can continue to be connected to the program, or you can participate in all four programs, all four components. So it's up to you, but this is a really exciting program. And we thank you for being with us today. And so also, if for some reason you don't remember the number, just look us up and scan. And then you can call any number and they talk about you want to be part of the SMART program, and they connect you to it. So thank you once again, and you hope you have a great day.